So last year I did a tour in the UK, right? And the highlight of our trip by far was my girlfriend and I went to see a musical called Wicked, right? Yeah, dude. Oh, look, I don't really... Look, she likes musicals. I'll be honest, I just like being in a crowd. Like, you don't know anyone, but everyone's on the same page. Like, there's something fun about that. Like, you guys, you're a great crowd. It feels like you're on the same page. Like, I hope you are. I hope you're like, yeah, comedy. Like, if you left going, those magicians were weird, then we've done something seriously wrong, right? But the problem was, at Wicked, not everyone was on the same page. And if you don't know musicals, such an easy thing to enjoy. You just gotta like understand the plot and appreciate the music. Wicked, very simple plot. If you don't know, it's a prequel of The Wizard of Oz. It's the untold story of the Wicked Witch of the West. And the whole plot is that the Wicked Witch isn't actually that wicked. She's a good witch the whole time. Bad witch, good. For 2 hours. It broke people's brains. Dude, it's not a challenging narrative. I've seen Love Island episodes with more depth. And it gets to half-time, right? Or the interval, I call it half-time, whatever. I was like, where the fuck are the oranges? Yeah. And I got there, and everyone at half-time, they were just like talking about it so confused. Like, wait, is she a good witch? Is she a bad witch? I'm like, oh my god, she's a good witch. That's the whole plot of the... Dude, full-grown adults. Like, one guy out loud goes, wait, who's the main character again? I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Look at the pamphlet, work back from there. I believe in you, okay? Who are these people? They must get halfway through, I don't know, like the movie Home Alone, and just be like, where's his parents? Oh, he's Home Alone. Yeah. He's watching Finding Nemo, like, who are they trying to locate again? Oh. Nemo. I was like, that's fine, they'll get it in the second act, right? Second act happens, big finale, standing ovation, curtains closed, she's in fact a good witch. They literally sing about it. They're like, she's a good witch, yeah. Or whatever. It's not that on the nose, but they bring it up, right? Thank you so much, by the way. I did that in Swansea. I've never felt more judged in my entire life. I don't know what it is. You do something that's like 1% gay more than an hour out of a metropolitan city, and every dude's like, what was that? What was it? I didn't like the way that made me feel. If you have travelled a long way to be here, go home and try it, boys. You might feel something. It's going to be you. You're going to try it. Just... You're nodding like, hell yeah, I'm just you tonight, just popping your little pussy in the mirror. Girlfriend comes in, what are you doing? I was, jerking off, shit. Anyway, she's a good witch, right? We're all walking out of the theatre. She is, in fact, a good witch. I cannot stress this enough, right? And we're walking out of the theatre, and then I overhear this old woman, and it just rings out throughout the theatre. Highlight of the trip. She just goes, oh! So the witch wasn't actually wicked! Why was she called the Wicked Witch of the West then? That's very misleading. It's been 15 and a half months and I think about her every day. There is not a day that goes by now where she doesn't cross my mind, because now when anything isn't as it first seems, it's the only thing I can think about. The next day there was a push door, but it said pull. And I was like... No, I can't stop doing it as well. Sometimes I'll combine the two. If something's a bit weird or shit, but also unexpected, I'll be like, oh, that was most exciting. I could not stop doing this. Doesn't matter what time, place, situation. I'd be in the middle of the street. My girlfriend's like trying to, get us to board a flight. I'm like, oh. And one lined up for me perfectly. A few days after we saw the musical, we had to fly to Scotland to do my first show of the tour that I was doing in Edinburgh, right? And I had never tried KFC in the UK at this point, and I wanted to give it a go. So I was like, I walked in, and I don't know what it is about any Australian when we're overseas, but we just feel the pressure to ham up our Australianness for absolutely no reason. I walk into this Scottish KFC, just like, g'day mate, how you going? I'm riding a kangaroo, wrestling a crocodile. And the guy behind the counter, he's like, oh, you must be Australian. Except he sounded like Shrek. He was like, what are you doing in my KFC? And I was like, donkey, like so he could understand, you know? No, I don't. There's a language barrier. I don't speak swamp. Anyway, I'm perusing this brand new menu. And we have an Australian menu item on our KFC called Wicked Wings, right? I was like, g'day, mate. Do you guys have Wicked Wings? And the guy was like, do you mean hot wings? And I was like, no. And our conversation ended very abruptly. I know I went in there with the intention to try something new. As soon as it was presented to me, I was like, I don't like it, take it back. And it got to the point, I'm holding up the line, so my girlfriend has to do the ones where she leans over, she's like, okay, you need to make a decision for me, okay? This man's being very nice to you, so do you want to tell the nice man what you would like to order today? And I was like, I could probably do that. She's like, yeah, you want to be a big boy for me? I'm like, I'm going to be the biggest boy. Full grown adult. I'm 27 years old, just standing there in a foreign KFC. There's a Scottish bloke pointing at hot wings, and I was like, yeah, but they're not wicked though. So the guy realizes that if he doesn't convince me to get them, I'm just going to keep holding up the queue. So he's like, okay, so like they are hot wings. And I was like, no. And then he goes, no, scratch that. Okay, sorry. So they are like wicked wings. And I was like, He goes, yes, right. So like they're wicked wings, but I guess you could say that our wings aren't actually that wicked. And I was like, oh. And my girlfriend goes, oh God, not here. I was like, oh! So the wings aren't actually wicked! Why are they called wicked wings then? That's very misleading! Now we're not allowed to go out in public anymore because I can't be trusted. Feel free to give it a go if you want. I know some of you will. Because people send me videos of them doing it now after the show. Whoever you've come to the show with tonight, it will just become a weird inside joke that no one else will understand. You'll forget about this. Like 3 weeks are going to go past and something will happen that you simply do not foresee. And you're going to turn to whoever the person is next to you and just be like, oh! And everyone else is going to be like, no. The guy packing the shelves at Tesco is going to be like, I don't feel safe. I'm going to go arrange a funeral at Co-op. All right, I'll tell you one more. I don't know why you guys know the punchline already. Very rarely does a comedian tell the audience the punchline, do it 3 more times, and then go, run it again. But I'm pretty confident. A few days after the KFC incident, we were deciding what to eat again, my girlfriend and I. I was like, you can choose. And she's like, okay, what about Five Guys, right? I was like, let's go, Five Guys. I'd never tried it at the time before. It was my first time here. I was like, Five Guys, let's do it. We walk in to the restaurant Five Guys, and I walk up to the counter, and I had a sneak peek back into the kitchen. I did a quick head count. I was like 1 guy, 2, 3 guys, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 pigeons on the floor for no reason. The guy was like, hey mate, what can I get you? And my girlfriend goes, don't you fucking dare. I look back at her, she's out the store, she's slapped. The guy's like, hey mate, what can I get you? I was like, oh! If there's 7 fucking guys in there, it was very misleading. I like that you all knew it was coming. And I got to the end, just like, all right, pretty good. This is the rest of the show. That's enough. No, wait, there's one more. I've got to tell you, my 2 favourite videos that I got sent from people in Australia when I told this story, right? I'll never forget it. So I did shows in a regional country town in Australia called Mildura, right? You absolutely shouldn't know where that is. And I do my shows on a Saturday night. This is all you need to know. They must have Sunday farmers markets there, because the next morning we were driving home, and this is all I got from the video. There was a guy at the Sunday farmers market that had a fruit and vegetable store, and he had a crate that was clearly labelled broccolinis. But the crate was clearly selling mangoes. And it was so obvious that the boyfriend had asked his girlfriend to film it for him, because it starts off with her going, and go. And the dude's just standing there on this like morning weatherman delay where he's just... Now? She's like, now. And he's like, oh! Then he commits to the whole thing. It's like 7 a.m, right? He's in the middle of the market. There's mist around him. And he's just like, why does it say broccolinis? And there's mangoes in it. That's very misleading. There's like old people in the background doing their weekly shopping, just walking past like... We all had a great giggle in the car, like, love that, great submission. 90 minutes later, I received another video from a complete stranger, almost identical video, shot from a slightly different angle, same fruit store. And all I can think of, the poor guy who ran the fruit shop must have been so confused. Because the first time he'd have been like, no, that's weird, hey. Who would do that to my mangoes at 7 a.m, alright? What a unique individual. And then 90 minutes later, what happened again? When another dude walked past him, was like, oh! He must have been like, get rid of the fucking mangoes. Right? We need some broccolinis ASAP. This is embarrassing. You guys call them tender stems here, don't you? Broccolinis? Do you guys know what broccolinis are? Okay, what a waste of time this is, but we're gonna do it. Guys, give us a cheer if you're familiar with broccolinis. Give us a cheer if you just thought I said broccoli's wrong. That's way too many people. And you guys all just were like, oh, fuck it, just let it go. Alright, I might change that joke. It's too late now, I already said it. Okay, so there was this guy, he had a crate. It's clearly labelled, what is it? Tender stem. Broccoli. I should just say broccoli. Why did I just say broccoli? Dude, I'm so dumb. I've been stressing about this for 3 weeks. I'm like, oh, do I say tender stem or broccoli? Dude, oh fuck, broccoli was there all along. But I don't like to lie on stage. That's, you know. Because otherwise that would have been like, oh,